Good day, everybody. This is a 90, I want to say 98 Lumina. This is my mom's car. Let's give her a look. Date, man, yep, 1998 Chevy Lumina. And so today we're going to work on some basic maintenance stuff. This is just stuff you want to do. Really, you want to do it kind of like every fill up. We have 107,710 miles on the odometer. So we're just going to do basic maintenance on this. So let's get right into it. We're going to pop the hood. And we're just getting out and we're gonna go check the oil and the radiator fluid. Maybe check on some other levels. Come on, buddy. Well, that's looser. I love the hood struts on this thing. This 3100 SFI engine, I love these things. So basically what you want to do when you're checking your oil, you pull out your dipstick, right? You never check it on the first try. And you want to do this after the engine's settled. You don't want to pull it out on a warm engine. So give it 5 or 10 minutes if you just stop somewhere. You know, wipe off that dipstick, put it all the way in, give it a second and pull it straight out. You want to look at those hashtag marks. Now you can see on here that we need to add some oil. So she's a little low on that one. Let's get into that. It's real easy. Just take a second. All right, so that level on the dipstick tells us that we need to add, and they want you to add about a quart. So it's hard to see how much is left in there because of the sun glare, but it looks like we got about a quart in here. So what we're gonna do, let's just pour half in. Okay, that add mark, usually if it's on the mark right before the hashtags, you're within a quart spec. So we're gonna wait a minute and then we just pull out the old dipstick. We look at it, it's still on that mark. So what we're gonna do is we'll pour the rest of this in, we'll let it set, we'll go check some other things. We'll check the radiator fluid, we'll check the washer fluid, we'll top it off, and then we'll come back and check our dipstick and give the oil some time to settle at the end, at the bottom of the engine. I believe recommended engine oil is just 10W30 for this 3100 SFI V6. So all right, okay, so let's check the coolant level. So here's your bottle. Right here is the hot line and the cold line. So when it's warm, you want it up to here. This is the overflow reservoir, and when it's cold you want it here. So let's check in the overflow. Looks like she's running a little low, so let's give her a top off. Go back to the old supply. Looks like grandma might be out today. Let's double check. Well, it's not too bad. We'll top it off. When I did the radiator on this, I do a real strong concentration, so we'll put a little water in it because it's probably 75, so it's got a little wiggle room. Let's check the radiator just real quick. See what we got going on. Oh no, I don't see much of anything in there. All right, well, hopefully this doesn't turn into a repair video. Well, let's check the back. Sometimes she keeps it back here. Nope, that's just washer fluid. No, but I can use this bottle, empty it out, and throw some water in it. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Guys, we're back. We're just gonna put a little water in it because like I said, I remember the concentration. I always I know it's not always necessary. The climate here is sufficient, but I always make a stronger mixture of antifreeze, especially if you're running into problems. They also, if you look at this right here, somebody had put some stop leak in there. So at some point I might have to do a flush on this because we tried to flush it out once before, but I wasn't as thorough. Okay, so yeah, it wasn't that bad. Just a little off the top. See, that's why. Just get your little water bottle right there. That'll do. I'm gonna put you guys down just for a minute. Let's get some. Top that off. Give it a chugger chug. I'm gonna go up a little farther than the cold mark just because. And there is a possibility that the radiator cap is bad. So I might suggest to Mom that we get that replaced. Might suggest to Mom that we get the radiator cap replaced because it's not doing too good, I don't think. And it could become some of the cause of that coming out. So in the meantime, we got that finished up. And we need to go, I think, top off the washer fluid tank. So you never want to pull the radiator cap off when you're doing a fill up necessarily. Just check your overflow bottle. But be careful when you do it. Just try to look at it because it's hot coolant. If you want to check your coolant after you do a fill up, the best thing to do with that is go home and let it sit for a little while. Give it a half an hour or an hour. Then really slowly and cautiously you want to release your radiator cap because you don't want that hot coolant to spill everywhere on you. You can easily hurt yourself. And this is just a regular de-icer, the old Walmart style brand, so nothing fancy, nothing special. Just gonna see if we can get that in there. Give her the old top off, and she's good. Has been sufficient time. I think we ought to pull that dipstick out. There's more oil. Grandma's got more, so we'll give her a check again. She's at the full mark. That's good. See, that's why you wait a little while. Even if you wanted to wait a few minutes after putting half a quart in just to make sure that it's correct and you're not over. You don't want to go over that full mark. You don't want to add too much. It can damage the engine severely and fairly quickly. So now we got that situated. Now we got the radiator situation situated. That's basic maintenance. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull the car in and we're going to check the tire pressure in the driveway, so stay tuned. Boy, after all that, I almost forgot the most important part. Cleaning up your mess. A little bit of that. All right. Especially right there. That's it, folks. All right, everybody, we got in the driveway. Let's go ahead and grab our air hose. Now, if you don't have a compressor at home, and like I said, it's best to do this with an oil change, or not an oil change, excuse me, when doing a gas fill up. Most gas stations have the ability to do this, even to fill up a little water in the radiator reservoir. Anyway, so let's check our pressure. So it looks like these Yokohama tires, I believe they're 35 PSI. So most vehicles are standard with that, but you want to check the outside wall of your tire to make sure. tires. Hard to see. Come on. I know you're on here somewhere. It'll say like a maximum inflation pressure. 40 psi. So you don't want to go over that. 35 to 40, you're probably fine. I'm a cheater and I got a digital meter. I tend to like those better though. So we'll stick that on there and see where we're at right now. 12. Ooh, she got so. She wasn't lying. It's wintertime, so don't fill it up at your max in the wintertime if you're in a cold weather place, or if you're like in the northern states or somewhere where it's just cold. You know, you can 35 or a little lower is fine. When you get back to the summertime, you can give her a little more air, but don't overinflate it in the wintertime. It's not good for your vehicle. And you can inflate it to max if you feel like it. 23. Yeah, we'll hold it a little longer. The reading on there is just how much psi is coming through the hose, and how much pressure I have on my compressor that's in the garage. So where are we at? That's probably fine. Just leave it right there. I wouldn't want to go to 40. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and check all four. I'm gonna go ahead and check all four of these tires and call it a wrap. They should all be the same vehicle. That's kind of how they go. If they're ever a different inflated pressure, check your tire size and make sure they're the correct one rated for your vehicle. They should all pretty much be the same anyway. That's all I got for you guys today. Thanks again for watching and hope you have a great day.